Adobe Radio, the future of alternative.
We all know that it's called the bionic, the bomb, the puff, the blow, the black, the herb, the sensi, the chronic, the sweet Mary Jane, ganja, spliff, reefer, the bad, the Buddha, the homegrown, the ill, the Maui, the method, pop, lethal, turbo, tie, shake, skunk, stress, wacky, weed, blaze, the boot, dime bag, Scooby-Doo, Bob, bogey, backyard boogie.
Woo!
Yeah!
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's yes.
And that's Sasha.
And we are live on Adobe Radio, just as we are every Monday for so many years, and just as we will be until they rip the mics out from under us. But I mean, just Jimmy Kimmel, we will rise. It is September 22nd, 2025, in the year of our, I don't know, name a cool rock star. In the year of
our D. Schneider.
In the year of our D. Schneider, we are here on September 22nd, 2025. It has been it's been like a weird year. Remember last year?
Yeah, 1 year ago.
Remember a year ago?
Yeah, we were hopeful.
Kinda.
Sort of.
Not really, but kinda.
No, we were stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, we really were. I mean, I felt so rotten all year. There was good points, and I think we find them, and I think we like them. But it has been a very strange year, and it's been a little scary. And we're very grateful. We're grateful for Adobe for always letting us be who we are, for always giving us the freedom to just be silly billies and to be high on their radio airwaves, and always just giving us like the permission to do what we feel is appropriate and what is good entertainment. We have experienced what might be, we were ready to go into the show guns a-blazing, just like, you can't Rich Against the Machine, you can't like censor us. Look, we come from the like the FCC, craziness. You mentioned right before the show, you dropped this bomb on me. What was it? What's the anniversary? Is it the anniversary of?
Oh, yeah. It's the 40th anniversary of the PMRC congressional hearings with, D. Snyder and Frank Zappa and John Denver all
this
testified.
Is why, not people are buying lots of hard media anymore, but when you did buy hard media, and when you do buy hard media, and you're listening to an album or a song or a band that is got a bunch of cusses in it, we now have your parental advisory little sticker there, because the government was very worried about the cusses on albums, and they wanted to start to censor them, and artists were like, hey, no, don't do that. We'll compromise, and we'll warn you if we're going to cuss or anything. And that's what we got out of all that.
There was
it was trying to censor us for a long time. Not us,
for a long,
you and me, but
it was kind of a compromise with the PMRC. Tipper Gore was like leading the charge to censor music for the children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the music industry was, we'll just put this sticker on.
Right. But that was
cool.
like really kind of a big moment for censorship history. We have the FCC, which controls a certain amount of scientific airwaves in the sky, and that is also controlled by the government. And growing up during all of those times, and I was a communications major, but this always did interest me, the FCC and having our government involved in our broadcasts. There's a lot of stuff to be thought about, but thankfully, at this juncture, it seems like a little bit of pushback has won, and the government, for right now, will stay out of our entertainment. I don't think there's been any compromises here. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, we're headed towards an okay direction. No, we're not. I don't know why I said that. I think I was just trying to wrap it up. But today, it's okay. Our First Amendment rights are still protected. We didn't even mention why we were talking about this, but last week Jimmy Kimmel got pulled off the air for joking. When it comes down to it, Donald Trump doesn't like to be made fun of, which, we're still going to do it. So that you could look forward to. But as of this broadcast, we have not seen Jimmy Kimmel's reaction. He will be back tomorrow. But we are live doing the Cool Nerd Beat Show. Up to date, up to the minute discovery. So First Amendment rights, they're still here, which is great. So yay on that. Now on to cannabis news.
Should we start with California, Sasha?
Yes, just like the old days.
Oh, all right. If you insist.
I insist. Don't make me beg.
Cannabis, now that I have your attention, has been legal for recreational and adult use in the great state of California for 2,821 days.
Wait, really?
Yes, that's 806 weekends, 84 holidays, and 1,931 business days.
You should see how many Mondays are in that, because that's just about how many shows we've done.
That's a lot of shows.
I know. Wow.
So, yeah,
all
we've
those
been doing
days
this
ago.
For a long time.
And that is, so when we started the show, we just thought we were so clever, and we were doing a count up to when weed would be adult use. So we started like maybe 4 months before it actually went into effect. And we started because it went into effect. We just felt like we had to talk about stuff. And we were right about everything we talked about. If you go back and you listen to those episodes, we're very ahead of our time. And
yeah, I'm making red hats to say the nerds were right.
God.
Actually, they're going to be green hats.
Yeah. They should be green.
The nerds were right about everything.
The nerds were right about everything. And we were. So it has been all these days since adult use. I got out right after. So I don't really know what it's been like. I know a lot of things have happened over the years. And what else is news? Well, California has been going through it with the cannabis stuff. I think it's been a real struggle to justify paying so much monies and also seeing the way it's gone. Some companies are trying their damnedest to hold on to what they were, but so many companies left and went to other states or just didn't make it or got kind of left in the dust. So the market has struggled. The legal market has struggled. The traditional market has not. So what do we do? Because we want you to have safe access. So we do always promote going through your adult use channels to your cannabis. But we also want you to have access to your cannabis. So do what you need to do. And it's also in this economy, Jesus Christ, it's expensive.
Straight
up.
It's out of control, and the taxes went up in California an extra 4% in July, and we were trying to people in the government were trying to get this tax to not go through, but it went through. People notice that everything has gone up.
Do you remember when first went to Prop 64 from, I think you were like sitting
Oh,
up front with me once, and we had to explain so many times to people what was happening and why it was happening. It didn't make sense to us either. We are literally just giving you the message because we have to charge you this money, but you voted for this, and this is what it means. And adult use at this juncture, for the most part, and some states are pretty low. I forget what New Jersey is. We've broken it down on all of the taxes, but California is pretty high, one of the highest, I believe. Unless I'm making that up. I totally made that up. I don't
no,
know. That was
no,
like
it. I'd have to say it's probably the highest.
it's very high,
I don't know any state that's higher. Well,
and it was like such a
California,
bummer.
yeah, totally. People were having sticker shock when Prop 64 finally kicked in. They were like, "Oh my god, I got to pay another 25%." And so that went up to, it raised up, but it's going back down. The good news is
Yeah.
it's going back down. They're rolling back that extra 4% that went into effect in July, and that's going to go into effect as soon as October.
Oh, great. Cool.
So, yeah, now that now that the damage is done in California, because you could have, Governor Newsom, listen, you could have fucking signed this before. You could have vetoed this. You could have done something before this.
I know. We were
It's
really
just-
bummed when he didn't. We were
Yeah.
angry.
I'm still angry.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your flow there. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'm still angry. But finally, Governor Newsom comes around after a unanimous vote to push this bill through to, it's the taxes they're not going to increase for another 5 years. So we have 5 years to figure this out. I think we're already taxed enough in the cannabis industry.
Yeah, there's taxes everywhere and fees and licenses and everything. I mean, you are just paying so much money just to sell weed, just to do like the bare minimum of retail. It's really not a fair thing, and it does unfortunately affect consumers. I am one of them. It really isn't the best pricing right now all over, but especially in California. So, I mean, it's interesting to think about it, because when you think of California, you obviously think like weed in California are synonymous, but the traditional market is very alive and well. And I think it's like that for New York too. Well, I know it's like that for New York, but for so many reasons. And it's not just the taxes and the money and the price.
Yeah, the taxes in New York are about what, 19%?
Yeah.
But the cost of operating is exponential, so you end up paying extra for that anyway, even though they're not collecting those tax dollars. It's still like the cost of your goods is way up because doing business in the state is insane.
Yeah. So you have to take all those things into consideration and hope that you can survive. So, I mean, there's something in that article that says an assemblyman said that the weed industry was dying. I don't know about that, but I do think that there was trouble for sure because of how much money everything was. And there was danger. There was danger of glass house and True Leave takeovers. But I feel like it was like a tug of war. And I kind of feel like the cannabis industry is winning normal cannabis over big cannabis. But I guess that's a W. Your taxes are just minimal. Well, they're middle of the road now. Back to what they were.
Back to what they were
in the beginning.
2 months ago.
Still really bad. So that's cool.
Yay.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk about mushrooms a little bit. Just a little bit. We don't have to go crazy about it. But I do want to talk. So we will be right back. Are you okay with everything that we've talked about?
Yes,
I cut
yes,
you
I
off
am.
a lot. I didn't mean
I
to cut you off.
I let out all my anger.
You did. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I'm glad.
this is therapy.
Yeah. And we have, so far, we still have the right to say it. And that's great. Even though weed is heavily censored, that's a whole other fucking piece of shit beast that we are not going to tackle today. Okay, we'll be right back.
The nerds will be right back. It's never too late to join the sesh.
Yo, this is PC3.
Hi, it's Eric.
What's up? It's Zealand.
How you doing? This is Donald.
And we're The Paradox, and you're listening to The Cool Nerd Weed Show.
On Adobe Radio.
Hey, that's us. That is
Yay!
us. We are The Cool Nerd Weed Show. It's pretty cool. The Paradox is pretty freaking cool. Go get their album, NSFW. It's very good. We're back.
And we're back.
It is The Cool Nerd Weed Show. That's CS.
And that's Sasha.
And this is the Cool Nerd Weed Show. We're live on Adobe Radio. We love being live. We have been bi-coastal pretty much all year, which is butts because we don't get to see each other and we're very close friends. So we are sad about that part. But nothing can stop us from doing the nerds. Nothing has ever stopped us.
Never.
Nothing ever will. Well, that we know of.
100 years.
100 years. Cool Nerd Weed Show, 100 years. And we are very grateful for it. It makes us very happy to do the show. We really are. This is very therapeutic for both TS and I. And we do feel very passionate about what we speak on. We're not just a couple of stoner fucking fried eggs just blabbing about. We have stuff to say, man. We are authorities on the issues and we pay close attention to things. So we're glad that you're with us. We love you so fucking much. So I'm actually not on mushrooms right now, even though I did sound like I was right there. Every so often we do obviously talk about mushrooms, psychedelics, or, it seemed like after the big green wave a couple years ago that everybody was like, bring it all on, let's do it all. And then everybody was like very open to using psychedelics and the DMTs and even the LSDs. And obviously mushrooms, since the dawn of time, mushrooms have been around. Psilocybin, we've done quite a few shows on psilocybin and microdosing and everything like that. We are firm believers in the microdose, actually. And it does seem like it's catching on quite a bit. Are you doing something?
Yes.
Entheogen.
Entheogens.
Entheogen.
Those. Are you an idiot?
Yeah, it's entheogens. They're great for a little brain tune-up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For all kinds of things. They've been used for the dawn of time.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
all kinds of brain tune-ups.
Yeah, I think especially herbal remedies and such, and yeah, you grind them all up, put them in your teas and stuff, and even if they're not psychoactive, mushrooms, people are taking mushroom supplements and stuff to make their brains feel a little sharper, and I believe in that. I mean, when I first was taking mushrooms, I don't think I knew what microdosing was, so I just dosed. Sometimes you just would decide, you woke up one day and you're like, I want to do mushrooms today. But sometimes it would be a planned out decision.
Yeah, I don't think we ever thought of doing anything microdosed.
No,
back in the day.
Not at that time. And so
let's just do a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't I guess
we were just dosing.
We were just dosing. And even then, though, we were, you're kind of like, wow, I feel kind of great the day after I take a bunch of shrooms, even though maybe you didn't have a great trip. And then sometimes you do have a mushroom moment where you're just like, my stomach hurts. I don't know if I want to do this all the time. But that's what happens with me. I hit a point where I'm just like, all right, I've hit my mushroom threshold, and now I don't want to do it for a little while. And I think I was kind of on that for a little while. But then I was starting to get a little bit of the depression, and it was creeping in pretty like like, I don't know, more than I'd say I would like it to. And this year was like stupid gnarly. So I feel like, and I've tried pharmaceuticals. Those don't work for me. I'm currently in therapy, so please do not take this advice to be doctor's advice. Please, if you are sad and depressed, go see someone who can help you. You're not alone. It is National Suicide Prevention Month. If you need someone or need to talk to someone, you're loved and seen and needed. 988 is the number that you should call. It is life-saving, and it is necessary, and you are necessary. But for me, I had wondered at that point if I should start to microdose, and you had always recommended, well, not always, but like for a long time, you didn't even realize you were doing it, and you're like, oh yeah, I guess I did it. And so I decided to do kind of like a little bit of your regimen, but I think even that was too much for me. It was almost like I wasn't getting that like not mushroomy mind, and I kind of felt like not on my game. So I like didn't do it again. And then recently, I don't even want to say the name because, drugs.
Don't want
But
to blow
like,
up the spot.
yeah, I'm not trying to burn no one. But recently, I tried a very micro dose. It was delicious, first of all. And B of all, I think it was like 0.15 or something, which is very low. Very, very low.
Okay. So are these the same ones that may or may not have been with us at the Warp Tour?
Yes.
Okay.
And I
Maybe.
felt
Okay.
great that
I cannot
day.
confirm or deny.
Cannot confirm or deny. And I'm no snitch. I'm not naming names, but it was great, and I felt great that day. I felt great that night, and I feel like I was like, okay, I think, and it's obviously totally functional for us. So I was like, let me see if I can get myself some and give it a whirl. So I've only been doing it for like a week-ish, committing to the bit, and I've been taking like once every 3 days. So tomorrow will be my back on day. And I've been taking 3 a day.
Okay, so you're on once every 3 days, and then you take a 0.1 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
Okay.
like I've been spreading them out, or taking 2 at a time and then 1 or something.
Depending on what you have going on.
Yes,
the day.
exactly. Yeah. And I do feel, and I was like, I don't know if it's doing anything. It's just, it's good to keep trying. And then, this weekend I felt like I was kind of more productive in my brain. The depression makes you like not creative and kind of slumpy. And I was kind of going into that. I was letting myself be that way because the world is fucking horrible. And it's very difficult to proceed in your life when the world is as bad as it is, and we know as much as we do. So I lit some candles and took some microdoses and, tried to do what I can do in my own little world to make myself feel better. So I felt a little bit more creative and unblocked than I have. I guess I could attribute that to the microdosing, or it could just be like the planets and microdosing. So I'm still gonna proceed. I'm still gonna keep on keeping on until I finish what I have, I think. So I'll be pretty set for like the month, and then I'll give you a progress report in a month.
Okay. We'd like a progress report on our desk by mid-October, please.
Because I did do it with chocolates a couple years ago, and it just wasn't working. I didn't feel good. before or after. And I was like, maybe I'm not microing enough, which is important to
Yeah,
me.
the last batch of micros that I made, feel like were more manageable micro
Yeah.
because the first batch of micros were a little over a micro.
Yeah.
So that might have explained some things. But I wasn't feeling great about a month ago, and I took one of those little micros, and I went to the Hollywood Bowl for the LA Philharmonic,
That'll help.
and oh my,
Love music
that was
concerts.
like music soothed the savage beast inside
Yeah.
of me, and I felt great the next day, and actually it was weird because I got a job soon thereafter.
It
So
is weird.
continued.
And it's true. And you said it. You said it, sir. Music does soothe the savage beast. And I think that what they're finding, they meaning the scientists, I guess, they're finding that mushroom, just like psilocybin to treat depression and stuff like that, it does help. And it probably does help for those reasons. It probably does help because it does help you feel like you can listen to music and appreciate whatever you're doing. It kind of brightens everything a little bit and you don't even realize it's happening. It's, and obviously this doesn't, this isn't for everybody, but I sure have seen a rise in people who I didn't expect to be doing them, do them, and a difference in them. So I think that that's pretty cool. And I'm interested to see where it goes next. And I'm excited that we have access to it more now than ever. I was convinced I wasn't going to be able to find these folks, that I was going to have to settle for something or ask, or I don't know. I don't even know what I was going to have to do because I don't have anybody who can provide me with mushrooms here on the East Coast. So it's difficult, it's still difficult to procure. I mean, it's not difficult to procure, but it's still not sold at your local 5 and 10. Your local Woolworths.
Yeah, your local Kreskies.
Yeah. But all around the country, it seems like we're getting closer to psychedelics being seen as actual treatment for depression, which is interesting to me. I hope that continues.
Yeah. Pennsylvania, they're actually holding hearings on psychedelic therapy to treat depression. So there's progress all throughout the country.
Yeah, I mean, I think mental health has been, I don't think, I know mental health has been mishandled and stuff, and it definitely has been, monetized and all that stuff, and it's difficult to know how to treat PTSD or depression or anxiety. It is, but having access to an herbal alternative like cannabis or mushrooms is pretty cool. And it is cool to know about the brain and about what goes where. It is good to know why mushrooms help and what an herbal remedy can do for you. Also, if you take SSRIs, that's cool too, if that's what works for you. If you find what works for you, what makes you feel better, then I am super down with it. And mushrooms seem to be really making a real run for it. I think you can it's almost cannabis status where your mom smokes. And I don't know if I can get my mom to take mushrooms, but it's almost there.
Even a little gummy, like a little 0.1.
I don't know. I feel like she still wouldn't do it. I don't know. I don't know if she even likes psychedelics. But the thing about microdosing that's pretty cool is that you don't, you're not tripping or nothing. You just feel a little bit, I always feel that little funny feeling when I take any sort of
Little,
mushroom.
yeah, a little loose, a little bit happy. You
Yeah.
might want to move around a little. You have a little more energy, little activity.
Mm-hmm. Do activities, get fresh air. Do it when you know you'll have access to fresh air. So that's in Pennsylvania. In Michigan, so in Michigan, I guess.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy. The University of Michigan holds a psychedelics festival, and
Right.
their permit was denied previously, and then a Michigan court ordered ordered Michigan University to allow this psychedelics festival to happen. Now, the university was saying that it's a safety concern, but this is happening on campus
On
in like
campus?
yeah
This is
in
kind of
like
crazy.
in like the quad, bro.
What? What?
The
So,
the
okay.
student association for psychedelic studies has a permit to do the Etho Entheno Fest 2025. So it's happening.
That is not the people who I expected to be throwing that festival. the people who were in that picture. I mean, it is and it isn't, I guess.
I think I don't know. Psychedelics has always been part of the university, the on campus studies, its experience. Yeah, even with students and the faculty, the professors.
Sure.
Like Timothy Leary was like a Harvard professor, a huge LSD proponent. So
I don't know. I mean, they should be able to do it. Like, my personal feelings aside, I just feel like I would be overstimulated by that. But I guess it's any like music festival that you go to. Everybody's high on drugs. But that I'm glad that I mean, there's still a ways to go for this. It's not like you're going to turn around and bump into this festival just yet. But at the very least, is it happening for realsies?
it's happening. It's happening.
I thought there was like one more thing they had to do.
There was
Like it was
there was another event as well that's called Hash Bash.
Good for that. You know what? Good for you.
Yeah, Michigan.
Keep on going, Michigan. Keep on having these festivals. That's where you can gather to be amongst your people. I just feel like I like to do my psychedelics in certain forums. But if you but listen, there's probably so much great. Yeah, you would go and you could enjoy yourself. I would probably go.
You would go. You would go with me.
Yeah, I would.
We'd just be laughing our asses off.
We would. But I do always need I need a fresh air moment. And I know that. I know that about myself. You know, if you are taking any sorts of mushrooms, just know,
I feel like absolutely. I feel like this they have to have like in any good like 90s rave, you have a chill out area.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they'll lace it up. They know what they're doing. These guys are professionals, it seems. And if you are going, or if you went to that and you go to the next one, have fun. Tell us all about it. Write into the Cool Nerd Weed Show and tell us your experience. Because it sounds like a great time. All of this to say that it is definitely becoming here and there. I mean, it's coming, It's still not like you still see in like shows when people smoke weed, they're like obviously the rebel characters or something. Like it's very rare that you have somebody who smokes and they're like just casually smoking. Like people who smoke weed are always like drug addicts or something.
The bikers, the outlaws.
Yeah, the ones who are like,
the counterculture, or
so
just some
not,
DJ.
There. I forget it. Mushrooms. You might as well be a dirty hippie.
You might as well be natural born killers.
But we are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. And I am glad to be back on the microdosing train. Maybe next Monday I'll take some. We have done a couple shows high on drugs.
We
A couple shows.
a couple. Yeah, a couple.
Here and there. We've never done a show on acid, right?
No. I don't think I could perform.
I
Maybe.
No, I could.
I mean, I
If
could.
we did like
I mean,
sips of it.
maybe a little micro. A little of
acid.
A little micro.
Well, they are,
probably.
we'll
I would love
to see these programs and studies and stuff. I'd be excited to see what they were doing and how they're introducing it to people in their treatment with depression and all that stuff. I really would be interested to see, because all brains react so differently. So that's exciting stuff. Mushrooms are part of the good news of the day. The good news of right now is we can have mushrooms. They're pretty good. We have access to them. I am back on the microdose train. You never really left.
No. Come on and ride it. Choo choo.
Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna take a break. What are we talking about, the cannabis reform when we come back? Or did you want to do
overheard or
Okay, let's do overheard. Let's see how it lands.
Okay. Give it a shot.
Okay. We're gonna take a break. And then we'll be right back.
It's the Cool Nerd Weed Show with TS and Sasha. Don't panic. It's organic.
So we love our mushrooms, and oh my God, that's such a boomer thing to say. Like things that make you go, I'm so stupid. Oh boy, that's us. We are the weed show for your boomer. For your boomer. Give us to your boomer. We'll talk to him.
Bring on your boomers.
Smoking boomers everywhere. Find us everywhere. Cool Nerd Weed Show. Find our YouTube, listen to Adobe Radio all of the time. And we love you so much. And
go Bills, fuck ice, and don't panic.
It's organic.
Give it up for Adobe, everybody.